Okay, we're here with another little episode of Bajas on a Budget, Shreadhead. What we're going to do for you today is we're going to give you a little basic setup to start out with the Milestone track with. Something that'll get you around the track and keep your car pretty consistent all the way around. What we have here is we have a borrowed buggy from Mrfixit. It's pretty much a stocker with a 23 in it, but we're not going to tell you that. One of the things we're going to start out with is going to be the front end right here. For the front shocks, we went ahead and went with a 3-hole with 40 weight, and on there the 3-hole piston with the 40 weight oil, and then we're running the medium sway bar, which is the black one on here. We're running the 4mm spacer for your camber, and then the stock setting on your steering rods, which is out of the book, will give you 0 degrees. That's a good starting. If you want more steering out of the tire, the stock Dirt Busters will go ahead and do that for you. And if you want a more consistent steering that's not so sensitive, gets through the bumps and the turns a little bit more consistent, then you're going to want to run the blocks in the front. Pretty much molded foams in either tire will do fine for you. And then another thing is when you set your springs, we run the black springs. I believe it's around 10 millimeters down on your shocks. You're going to want to keep your arms level straight across here. You can drop it down on the table and just eye it. On your caster setup, you're going to want to run single spacer up front and center the arm. Buggy has plenty of steering, so you don't have to really add too much more to it, although you can adjust it for more steering. On the engine here, what we pretty much run on the hinges, I run a mild modded 26, the Shreadhead motor from O'Neill Brothers, and I run stock filter and a filter cover on it. One of the things that I do run is I run a 6,000 RPM clutch with stock gearing, which is a 1757, because it's a smoother setup. The clutch engages early, keeps the wheel spin down a little bit. And then we run the stock T-cam, which is a good bottom end, pretty smooth pipe. They also run that up at Thunder Valley. It's mandatory up there, which is kind of cool. Okay, on the back end here, you can see it. We're nice and wingless. Kind of looks odd, doesn't it? In the rear shocks back here, we're running the 12-hole with 15 weight, and on the camber on your rear tires, we are running pretty much around a little bit more straight up and down than stock, usually about 1 to 2 degrees, to keep you from traction rolling, running a little bit more the inside of the tire. We also run the rear arms level, and that will be done with the black springs, and I believe you're going to be around 10 millimeters once again with the springs. You're going to want to eyeball that, drop it on the table, make sure that your rear arms are straight. One of the tires that work good at the track are the stock Dirt Busters in the rear with molded foams, and that will get you plenty of traction at Milestone. So, is there anything else I left out there? Okay, we're at Mrfixit Studios here, so I got to run that by him. And that's about it. So there you go, nice little basic setup for Milestone. It'll get you around, it'll jump good, and your car will stay nice and level. Thanks, this is Shreadhead signing out. We'll see you at the races.